Hey guys, I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that Surewinder is still selling amazing products. Some of you guys have been dragging your feet for whatever reason. If your shoulder hurts, do not waste time. Pull the trigger. I just bought 4 or 5 of them, and we had 2 guys out. You know how much it cost me to pay for 2 guys being out with bad shoulders? We just pulled the trigger and we said, listen, everybody's going to have one on a truck. It's mandatory. You got to use it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till your guys go down. It's going to cost you more. Buy a Surewinder.
What's up, guys? Ryan here, Torsion Talk podcast. And today we are going to be discussing 3 very simple, very easy ways to use AI, possibly even with your current setup, that will help you generate more revenue. And you don't have to be overly tech savvy, and it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. So we're going to break those down. But before, I just want to chat with you a little bit about a couple of announcements. We have some incredible events coming up. One that I'm going to be releasing to you guys here within the next week or so. We just finished building our landing page. We're giving the Garage Door U members first right of refusal on signing up. We're going to do about 20 people. Again, this is going to be an in-person mastermind, and really excited about the guest speaker to this. His name's Josh, and he owns one of the largest HVAC electrical plumbing companies in the metro Atlanta area. And he just is very innovative, has a great approach. I just, every time I talk to him, I walk away with like massive ideas, and really love his approach and view on things. So he's going to be coming. We're going to be doing some Q&A with him, and really love that. So assuming that it doesn't get sold out through GDU, we'll be opening that up to you guys so you can sign up for it. So another thing that I just want to remind you guys of is, I don't know how well I've documented some of the changes we're making at Aaron Overhead Doors, but since I've been a lot more involved, we've come to realize that it's almost impossible to go from little to no accountability to a lot of accountability. It creates resentment, and my advice to you as a business owner is like, don't stop creating accountability. If you do, it will backfire when you go back to it. Or if you haven't, then I'm sure things are probably not going great. And when you do implement it, you have to know that there's going to be consequences. Consequences for your actions, consequences for your lack of action, or lack of action even for your leadership or your employees. So there's always consequences. And we're going through a little bit of that. It's very difficult for someone to go with little accountability, and then you start applying accountability. So learn from me. I would make the change now if you are experiencing that, because the sooner the better. But if you just have to know, if you do it, there's going to be consequences. You're probably going to lose some people, and that's okay. But you have to take the responsibility on yourself, because you should have had a responsibility in place the entire time. Enough of that. I'm going to jump into the 3 AI things that you can do in your business today. I think if you just blocked off a day or 2, you could probably do this yourself. So number 1 is missed call text back. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of a disclaimer with this, because missed call text back can cause some issues, especially if you're in Texas. There's some really strict guidelines as far as how you handle being able to text people without them opting in. So figure out what your local laws are on this and make sure that you're following them, because you don't want to be sending text messages that are unauthorized in a state where they are like really clamped down, or, there are ways to do it like in your terms of service and things like that that can allow you to text people that call your business. So long story short, 62% of calls to small businesses go unanswered. So if you are like a 1, 2, 3-man show, 4-man show, and you're still answering the phones, you're probably on a ladder or in front of a customer, or phone rings, what happens, right? Most likely that person's not waiting. They're calling a competitor, and now you're in a competitive situation, which hopefully before you were just going to be the guy. So to avoid that, missed call text back just means that when a call is missed, you can do a simple automation that does not require AI to text the customer. However, if you want an intelligent conversation to go back and forth, gathering the details, even checking your calendar on whatever software you're using, and literally booking the appointment or just gathering the information, you can do that with AI. The tech stack that you can use for this is some home service business like field management software actually do this on your behalf. So you can use that. If yours doesn't, and they have what's called an API, which just allows data to flow between two different software, you could look into High Level, which is a platform that Mark Annuity works on with our heroes, our clients, and then we also resell it. We have an agency account, and so we can offer it to you and support it. The setup difficulty for this type of feature, even using AI with High Level, is about the same of like setting up a Facebook account. So if you can set up a Facebook account, I believe you can do this. With High Level, if you're wanting to use AI, you can build in an automation, connect it. You can put your phone number in High Level and then have a lot of that automation eliminated. And then from there, you can just have the message go out, and the AI agents basically stand there waiting for a reply. So when a reply comes in, it engages in a conversation, identifies the need, goes through that whole process. Hey guys, I found something that changed my business and I want to share it with you. We've created packages that have included some of the best products in our industry to offer our service customers. The heart of that package is Stealth Hardware Kit. Stealth Hardware is the quietest hinges on the market. I challenge you to buy at least one of these, test it for yourself. Put it on your truck and design a quiet performance package for your customers willing to pay for a better, smoother running door. Buy your Stealth Hardware Kit at Service Spring, do a search for quiet hinge, and then buy that. You can buy a double or single door, 7 or 8 foot tall, and promise you, it'll change your service forever.
Somer USA and Somer Group want to thank you for an incredible year and the trust you've put in them and their products. As you know, Somer places high value on relationships, education, customer service, innovation, and professionalism. And they are grateful to you for your part in the fostering and dissemination of these values. If there is any way Somer can support you in your journey, whether through their products, the values they hold to, or the knowledge Somer has gained through interaction with door dealers across the world, please reach out to the team at your convenience. They are here to serve you. Again, thank you from the entire Somer team. Check them out at somerusa.com. Tell them Ryan sent you. This could get you an additional 3 or 4 jobs a month pretty easily. And so if you're running a $500 ticket or a $1,000 ticket, you can see how beneficial this might be. So automation number 2, and this is one that again does not require AI, but could be better with AI. AI review request follow-up. So a lot of software already has this feature and functionality where when you complete a job, it sends a review request. Now, there are some variables that go along with this. One challenge that a lot of people I talk to have is that they want to send the proper link for the proper location.
Well, that can pretty easily be done through AI. So, for example, you could take an AI agent and make them review the address, figure out which of your GBPs would be closest, and send that review request from that GBP. Then follow up on it or engage in conversation, even pull in the technician's name and putting it in there and making it super personalized on the message. So, and then if like you get back something like, I would never leave you a review, this was a horrible experience, it can escalate that to you and go through that process. So, love AI for that, just making that one step better. And then the tech stack for that, again, I would suggest high level just for the AI agent and some of the automated workflows. And so I'm a big fan of that. Obviously, your software needs to have an API. But if it does have that, then it's a pretty easy process. Number three is an AI chat on your website. Now, many of you guys don't know or haven't been following my podcast long enough to know that prior to getting in the garage door industry, I was in the software business. And one of the software companies that I worked for actually did a form of live chat and like online texting. This was a fairly new technology when I started with the company, not live chat in general, but the way that we did it and the implementation of texting through a live chat feature was pretty revolutionary. And we specifically sold our products to automotive when I first started there, and then we kind of branched out. But one thing that we learned was that live chat on a website converts at a really high level. And not only that, that it doesn't cannibalize a lot of phone calls. It does cannibalize a little bit more email, like the form leads, but we believe that they engage better. And if they start the chat and they would have been an email, our data had shown that they were high intent. So live chat people are going to be high intent or high in the funnel. There's no rhyme or reason. And there's different things that you can do to get this to trigger at a higher rate, like changing color, placement, and even the shape of the button. However, in this scenario, live chat goes unanswered majority of the time, which is very frustrating. So if you place live chat on a small business website, most of the time those chats are going to go unanswered within a reasonable time. When people start a live chat, if it's not a text functionality, they are specifically looking for a response within 30 seconds. Now, that can be very difficult because you might have staff on the phone or at lunch or whatever. And so you're going to do more harm than good. So what do? You put AI in your live chat, and you can do this with Go High Level. You just have to train it, which is fairly simple. But you can set it up to where it can answer simple questions like, do you work on specific manufacturers? Do you have availability? It can check for that. It can do a lot of different things and engage in conversation so well that I do not believe that the people on the other end will actually know that it's AI. So for me, I think that this is probably the number one thing that you could do or should do. And this way you can have automation and AI built into your business. For those of you guys looking to do AI in your business, the main thing is just get started. Just do one thing. And then once you get that down pat, then start doing another thing. And so right now at Aaron Overhead Doors, we're actually working on automating our commission sheets. So we spend a lot of time going job by job, building out commission sheets manually, which just seems stupid and frustrating and old school. And so we're actually going to be calculating commissions daily. So from now on, we'll have commission sheets. It'll be in a spreadsheet. And then we will be adding everyone's revenue totals and commission for the day. There are so many different ways to be able to do these things, but I gave you three that I thought was doable from a non-techie perspective. And I know it may feel like this is a little bit overwhelming, but if you take your time and you go through the process you sign up for, a software that's going to allow you to do this, which I'm a big fan of High Level. Then you, in some cases, if the software you use, your field management software, isn't really advanced or have a connection that allows for exchange of data with High Level, and there can be varying. So like they may just exchange customer information or whatever. So you may have to go through a third party like make.com or Zapier, which would help you connect the two software. So if you're using Jobber or Housecall Pro, you may have to get an account with make.com or Zapier.com and High Level, and then you can connect all three software together, with Make kind of being the middleman and allowing those two to communicate back and forth. So I know it sounds very technical, and when you get into those third-party connections like that, it can be a little bit more frustrating, and the learning curve's a little bit bigger. Ideally, if you can find things that you can do without needing that mediator, then I think it's less likely to break in the future, and also it's going to be less expensive and just simply work better. So the future is finding field management software that actually has like AI built into it, to where you don't need third-party systems and you can just create agents within your field management software. That's the future. And I think we're probably not too far from that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. If you have any questions about this or whatever, just hit me up on Facebook, Ryan Lucia. Y'all have a blessed day.